Hello from the Kentucky River. You can tell it's the Kentucky River because it's bright blue. Not really. In fact, I have a question for all you really smart people out there. I've lived here in Kentucky since 2014. The Kentucky River has always been that color. Whether it's raining or not, I want you to tell me why. Why is it brown? Always brown. I don't get it. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to do Keki Yijang. Now, we're actually here for this is like the fourth time we've tried to do this form. A lot of you, as you're learning your forms, especially when you come to this form, this is the form that I stop and I tell everybody just how hard I had to work at it. My instructor at the time, Mr. Seipert, I don't know if he'd even remember how hard I worked at this form. It didn't click for me. And it took me, I think, 2 months to actually get this form down. Ever since then, I've had a love-hate relationship with it. And you guys in Kentucky have made this form look fantastically easy. So apparently it's just me, except for trying to record it. It hasn't been going so well. But we're going to record it again today. And again, this is what I look for in the form. It's not teaching you how to do the form. If you want that, you need to go to KeikidoMartialArts.com and actually learn the form. Again, if you succeed, I want to know about it. In the meantime, let's get started with Keki Yijang. I'm going to tell you what it is I look for. Junbi. I look for that Junbi position. Again, I like it when it looks like this here, this thumb here, not inside, right in front of your face, and not so close that it hits you in the nose. Elbows are bent off of your chest, and you are strong. Your feet are together. Ready? One. Now, Mr. Braden has stumps that he's aiming at. All right, these stumps are indicating the pattern. He's got an angle coming this way and a straight line this way. The first 9 moves, his stances will aim along that line. The rest will go along this line. This is extremely common to be a problem. So if you're paying attention to this, this should be your first thing you try to get right. To do so, you have to remember that is the front of the room. But when you do your first move, you look that way. If you do that, you'll be good as long as you continue on that path. And he is currently doing inside forearm block, reaction hands nice and tight right where it belongs. He's in a back stance, both knees are bent, and this is strong and at eye level. All right, and 2, he's going to bring that hand down, just a little rotation, nice bend of the arm is still acceptable and wanted. It's a palm heel low section block. 3, good. From here, this is another very common mistake, especially for young ranks trying to figure out how to do different stances. When you do a front stance, your shoulders are square. So if I turned him like he's doing a front stance, his shoulders are square. They point this way. That's a front stance. Not all of you do that, but you should in a front stance. In a back stance, your shoulders adjust. So how do you know if your shoulders are doing it right? If you punch your hand right in front of your body and then take your foot, point it that way, the same direction as your hand, they should be pointing in the same direction. Now you've done it right. In other words, back stance, bones in the hand, bones in the arm, pointing the same direction as that foot. If the hand is pointing this way, check your shoulders. That's almost always the problem. All right, so that was 3, 4. Inside forearm block, 5. Low section palm heel, 6. Turning punch, good job. Again, short. Check it out. His hand's pointing that way. His foot's pointing that way. That's good. His shoulders are at an angle. That's good. 7. Horse stance. Good. Again, he's going from angle or from stump to stump at that 45-degree angle. A horse stance, all your toes are pointing in the same direction. This is not a horse stance. This is the splits, or at least the start of the splits. So, bring those knees out over your toes, toes pointing this way. That is a front stance. This is a double inside forearm block. It crosses down below and crosses out until it's in front of you. And we like to say this is like carrying firewood. And we've done this so many times, I keep losing my firewood. So I'm going to run over here to a firewood pile and show you what it looks like when Mr. Braden carries firewood. It's so comfortable, isn't it, Braden? All right, so there you go. So that's some firewood. We'll see how well he can. Now, we're not really going to keep loading him up. All right, but what I want his hands to do is be right about eye level, right here. Not out here. They need to be close so you can carry that firewood. All right, next time he steps, when I say 8, this foot is going to go backwards again that way. 8. From here, bam. Yeah, if I had got there in time, he would have hit me right there. That's what this is. It's a blind back fist. He should be looking the way he's going, and he's hitting somebody with a back fist right here. Not here. If I'm in here, I'm too close. You're already in trouble. You're out here, boom. That's where you want that back fist. Pinky facing away from you. Down here, this is just a low section block. That's it. All right? Normally, when I'm not watching, he does that. All right? That turn kind of leaves this open for damage. I want to hit it with the hard part of the bone right there. Nice low section block. And another horse stance. 9. Good. He is now in a midsection punch in a fixed stance. This is a new stance for most of you at Green Stripe. Horse stance, watch that foot. Fixed stance. Horse stance, fixed stance. Horse stance, fixed stance. Midsection, don't angle your arm down. All right, normally when we punch off the shoulder to our level. This is a midsection punch. He should be punching me right here. And he's the same size as me now, so it's obvious when he does it right. His knees are bent. So he's here, that's high section. Midsection, he lowers. That's how you make this a midsection punch. That's the last time we're going to be on the angle. When I say 10, he's going to come right at me, and we're going to start on this line, or on this line. Back foot moving forward. 10. I'm sorry, backward. Good. Back stance, inside forearm block. This should look familiar. 11. 12, turning punch. 13. 14. 15. Good. Hands pointing that way. Toes pointing that way. Knees are bent. Reaction hand is tightened back. I don't like to see these hands very close together. I see a lot of this. That's kind of silly. You need to get them apart from each other so you can actually hit something with that. All right? Let's see. 16. This foot stepped forward. This is the number one area that people make mistakes. If you are going to make a mistake in this form, this is it right here. So make a decision right now. I'm going to get this right. I'll make 20 other mistakes, but I'm going to get this right, and I'll be happy. This foot stepped into your horse stance, did your double inside forearm block, the firewood carrying position, right? Number 17, it's going to come forward, the same foot. 17. Back into a horse stance, back into that back fist, back into that down block. 16 and 17, this leg, forward, forward. 18. Back stance, loads here as he steps into that stance. Once he's in that stance, both hands come up, front hand is right at eye level, top hand is higher than his elbow. This is a box block. His head is hiding inside this little box. From here, this hand's gonna go around and up into a punch. 19. Okay, this is an uppercut. We want this hand here, not here, because that looks inappropriate. So we're gonna come here and here. We're pulling somebody in or forward so that they can punch, so we can punch underneath them. All right? What number was that?
20.
That was 20?
This one's 19.
Okay, 20. Good thing he was listening, I forgot. All right, eye level, oops, right there. Higher than his elbow, good, head hiding in the circle. 21. Good job. Notice he stayed in the back stance. Don't shift that stance. 22. Now you're in a front stance. Notice now his shoulders are straight. All his back stances, they were here. Now they're straight. He's doing what's called an augmented block. It loads the same way, actually. You can twist your hands differently. So they're going to stack this way and then turn into your actual block. Do not block and then punch yourself. That hurts. That doesn't help. You are pushing this block so somebody can kick you right here, and it's strong. Both arms are very strong. Off the chest. Right here. Augmented block. What number was that?
23. That's the next one.
All right, so he's here. I'm going to say 23. 23. This hand just comes down. Nothing else changes. Don't move anything. 24. Good. The hand that was blocking at that time, right here, at that time, and he lifted, the hand comes down. When his foot comes back down, it punches. The second hand goes and gets put away. What number is that?
20.
I'm going to say 25. Good. Augmented block. Good. Now you should be able to see what this hand does pretty good. 26. Good. Now do it right. There you go. Good. I'm glad he did that. That's good. All right. 27. Lift, punch. Good. Don't stomp. That drives me crazy. We're not going here and then going. It takes all the power out of it, guys. You're here, block, lift up. As that foot touches, boom, let their power, all your energy go forward into that punch and pop it right here. What number was that? Let's see.
Next one's 28.
All right, 28. Good. He did a box block, so he was standing there punching. And if you can see my feet, Ellie, can they see my feet?
Yes.
All right. What you do to turn around is you take a little step and a little step. You get all twisted, and you just turn. And look at where my feet are. That's how you do that box step. All right. 29. Good. He takes a step forward into a front stance. Elbow comes straight up. It's like you're punching yourself in the face, but you miss. And the elbow comes right here. Boom. Good. 29.
30.
I'm sorry, 30. All right, double elbow. This comes, bam, double elbow backwards, 31. Good, double punch forward to the eye sockets. That's why his hands are turned all funny looking. I think if I were to tell you that I could name 10 masters off the top of my head right now, which I probably could, but I'm not going to, I'm probably as confident that all 10 of them would explain this differently while believing they're saying exactly the same thing. You're going to get in trouble for saying that. But I have been trying to figure this out for as long as I've known this form. Every time I think I've got it right, I got a new angle taught to me. I actually don't like this angle, but it works. What you want to do is avoid being in the motorcycle theme. You want to turn those first two knuckles forward and inward just a little bit to get into the eye socket. If that's what you're doing and you can articulate that, you can explain that's what you're trying to do, I'm good with it, as long as you can tell me what you're doing. You decide if you like it or not. All right, right foot returns. Paro. And chariot. Kunye, elbow bump. We finally did it. Can you push the stop button for us, Miss Helper Ellie?